I think I know what the final evolutions of the starter Pokemon in Generation 9 are gonna be. Welcome back to the lab. My name is Researcher Ryan. On Sunday, February 27th, 2022, Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet were officially revealed, along with this generation's new starter Pokemon, Sprigatito, Fuecoco and Quaxly. Now, their basic forms are all well and good, but we all know we really want to know what these Pokemon are going to evolve into. I think I have just the answer. Starting us off, we've got Sprigatito, the grass cat Pokemon. This Pokemon is 1'4", weighs 9 pounds, and has the ability Overgrow. So far, all we know is that it is the capricious, attention-seeking grass cat Pokemon. I will say Sprigatito is probably the biggest stretch I have out of all of these, but I think this one could be fun to see if anything. The pattern that we have so far is that every grass-type starter evolves into a Pokemon based on an extinct species of animal in the real world. If we follow this tradition, it is incredibly likely that our grass cat Pokemon Sprigatito will evolve into a Pokemon based on a saber-toothed tiger. It's quite possible that this is an idea. Like, I don't really know, but this is just my thought process here. You know, we've got a grass cat that evolves into a prehistoric animal, and the prehistoric animal that I can think of that is also a cat is a saber-toothed tiger. It would be really cool. I think typing-wise, once it gets to its final evolution, we'll probably see it turn into a grass and fairy type Pokemon. Now, design-wise, I think it could be really interesting to see it based on something like the Alebrije. Those of you who've watched the Pixar movie Coco know exactly what I'm talking about. Do you remember the giant panther-looking animal that's in that movie? It's one of the spiritual animals that inhabit the land of the dead. Now, granted, I know that that's more Mexican culture and not Spain culture, and as we know right now, Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet take place in a region based on Spain, but I think this could be a really cool concept. It could be really vibrant and colorful, having wings that sprout out, and this would work really well for its grass and fairy typing, allowing it to have really cool slashing and biting attacks, while also being able to use cool moves like Fairy Wind. Next up, we have Fuecoco, the Fire Croc Pokemon. This Pokemon is 1'4", weighs 21.6 pounds, and has the ability Blaze. All that we know right now for Fuecoco is that it is the laid-back Fire Croc Pokemon and does things at its own pace. However, I do think there are a few design elements that we have on Fuecoco that could hint at what we will see it eventually evolve into. Of course, the most obvious thing is that it is based on a crocodile, so we will continue to probably see that throughout the remainder of its evolutionary line. However, Fuecoco looks very similar to that of a chili pepper. With the stem on its head and tail on its body, that shape, that silhouette, it just screams chili pepper. The most interesting thing that stands out to me about Fuecoco is the membrane along its face. This white membrane, to me, resembles that of a skeleton mask. So to me, that says that Fuecoco could also be based on the ghost pepper, which used to be one of the hottest peppers in the world. And if this is the case, I can see that in its final evolutionary state, it actually has the fire and ghost typing. Like, imagine it as it evolves, it becomes a more spicy pepper. Maybe like it starts out as Fuecoco, and maybe like Chili Dial, and then by the end of it, we have a Pokemon that's based on the Carolina Reaper pepper, which is one of the hottest peppers known to man. Also, that would be super sick seeing a Reaper Pokemon who is also a chili pepper and a ghost type. I think that'd be really cool. Also supporting this, because this is a region based in Spain, is the mythos in Spain, El Coco. El Coco is a mythical ghost monster equivalent to the boogeyman, and this folklore can be found within many Spanish-speaking countries. El Coco is supposed to be a spirit or demon of sorts that takes disobedient children away, and kidnapping children is something that the Pokemon Company is not shy of doing. I mean, look at Drifloon and look at Phantom. One last thing that I forgot to mention about fire-type starters is that they're commonly connected to the Chinese zodiac. Charizard being dragon, Incineroar being tiger, Delphox being dog. The list kind of just keeps going on. And if tradition follows suits, we could end up having a similar situation to when Snivy evolved into Serperior and get Fuecoco to evolve into a fire snake. I think a Reaper fire snake demon thing that's super hot and ghostly would be so sick. And it just gets like super wrinkly over time. Like that would be so awesome. Last but not least, what was originally my least favorite starter of the trio, but now is actually really starting to grow on me, Donald Duck. Quaxly. Quaxly, the duckling Pokemon, is 1'8" and weighs 13.4 pounds and has the ability Torrent. The only thing that we know so far about Quaxly is that it's the earnest and tidy duckling Pokemon. Admittedly, this one was really difficult as well to come up with a theory for, so I'm going to take a big ol' swing in the dark and go with this. The only thing I could really think of ties with water-type starter Pokemon end up being related to some sort of weaponry or fighter of some kind. Blastoise has cannons, Samurai is a samurai, and Teleon is a spy with a gun. The list goes on. With that being said, I have two possible weaponry types that we could see for Quaxly. I will admit I'm not much of a history person, but this is also really cool, and I'm looking forward to diving into this topic a little more on my own time. The first of the archetypes I could see Quaxly evolving into would be a Conquistador. Conquistadores were the exploring soldiers of the Spanish and Portuguese empires during the 15th and 16th centuries. I think I lean into the Conquistadores a little bit because during the Age of Discovery, Conquistadores would sail across the ocean from Europe to the Americas to learn and explore about the territory. So sailing and water type, it kind of like goes together. However, my second, more fun, and the one I hope for the most for Quaxly would be the Matador. Matadors, or bullfighters, are a form of entertainer within Spanish-speaking countries. They're the main performers and leaders of the entourage in a bullfight. They're also the person who inevitably kills the bull, but that's besides the point. I think I foresee Quaxly's evolution turning into this level of Matador because of the hair that we see that looks like a pompadour on Quaxly's head. I think it resembles the hat that Matadors use in a bullfight. I think Quaxly's final evolution having this Matador inspiration would be really cool because we could see its wing like fan out, and maybe it has large feathers to resemble that of the cape that the Matadors use, or it uses its plumage to create a water cape. Like that would be so cool, and I think it would be really interesting to see that kind of move also integrated into a Pokemon metagame. Hey, this is post-production Ryan here. While editing this video, my moderator Dogile proposed the idea that Quaxly might also be based on the novel Don Quixote. The novel follows a character named Alonso Quixote who is a member of the lowest nobility in La Mancha, Spain. Alonso reads a lot of chivalric romances that he loses his mind, or at the very least pretends to, in order to become a caballero andante to revive chivalry and serve his nation under the name Don Quixote de la Mancha. Also, Quaxly and Quixote are spelled really similarly, and that's too much of a coincidence to go unrecognized, so shoutouts to Dogile for bringing this to my attention. If anyone ever has any ideas, I'm more than happy to hear them out and look into them, and you guys might end up in a video as well. And there you have it. I think Sprigatito will become a grass and fairy type Pokemon resembling an Alebrije and Saber-toothed tiger. Fuecoco will become a fire and ghost type Pokemon resembling a Grim Reaper, Carolina Reaper pepper demon thing. And Quaxly will either become a Conquistadores or a Matador, being a water and fighting type. That's all the time I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching today. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. If you want to see more content I do, you can always check out my Twitch channel where I live stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, and then again on Saturdays from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern. Again, that's twitch.tv/researcher_Ryan. You can also check out my TikTok there too. Check out the link tree down below and you will see all of my links down there as well. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Researcher Ryan, and I will see you all next time you visit the lab for more research shenanigans. Alrighty, y'all. Thank you so much. Good night!